Hello my friends, and welcome back to the Propaganda channel. Well, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take an unboxing, a little bit of a preview of the new airbrush line from Gaahleri. This is part of their new premium series. This is the Mobius airbrush. It's a 0.2 millimeter. Opening up the box, everything looks great. It's nice and secure. We have some extra goodies, a nice card from the manufacturer giving you a guarantee. We got some extra O-rings, and then everything's nicely packed inside, including some extra silicone. The weight of the brush is really nice. It feels good in my hand. It's got some heft to it, so it feels nice and secure. I'm looking forward to giving this a shot. Let's take a look at some of the features of this airbrush. Well, first we notice that the paint reservoir is detached. Simply screw it on. This is a nice feature. I enjoy this idea because it allows for ease of cleaning. The brush has an adjustment feature at the front here where we can regulate the airflow through the airbrush. We'll come back and take a look at that a little bit later. In the rear, of course, we have some adjustments here as well. We have an inner screw which can adjust the feel of the trigger, and then we have a secondary screw which allows the release of tension on the airbrush needle itself. For ease of viewing and demonstration purposes, of course, I removed the body of the airbrush, but now I can screw it back on, and as you can see, there are some nice cutaways there which will allow access during your airbrush sessions. And then finally, to the rear of the airbrush, we have a lockdown screw, and this adjusts the travel of the trigger so you can adjust the airbrush for your own preferences. Returning to the front of the airbrush, now we have our removable cap and nozzle here. Everything is nicely machined. It looks great. We have some nice silicone rings in there to make sure that we have some nice tight fits. In my hand, this feels great. I think it's about time that we start giving this a test drive and see if it actually works as expected. I'll be using acrylic paints thinned with acrylic thinner. Let's see how it performs. And now for the test. A piece of paper here, and let's just see what this does. And so far, I got some nice clean lines. I can go to a wide line, adjust the screw on the bottom with the airflow. We talked about that earlier. No airflow, no paint. Add a little bit more airflow back into it. Now, just the most minimum of airflow, and I get kind of a sputtering, a spitting, which is a nice effect in certain cases. Just a little bit more, and now look at these nice fine lines. Let's open it up and see what we can do. Go from a fine line, pull the trigger and the air pressure back, and we can go from a very thin line to a very wide line in one easy stroke. And now for one last trick. I wanted to see how interchangeable these parts really are. Now, I already have a Gaahleri Ace GHAC 98. I've been using that for about 6 months, almost on a daily basis, and I really love it. But what I really want to see is, do the cups, can they interchange between the airbrushes? And in fact, they do. So the smaller brush from the Mobius can be interchanged with the larger cup from the 98, and now I have some versatility in my airbrush. I'll be using this on upcoming propaganda projects, and I'll keep you informed, of course. Thank you to Gaahleri for sending me this airbrush, and we'll keep in touch. Thanks a lot, guys.